Guess what animal I am?
What a lovely day.
In June 2024, 70-year-old Brett Clibbery and his 54-year-old wife, Sarah Packwood, embarked on what was supposed to be their greatest adventure yet. The experienced sailing couple set out from Halifax, Nova Scotia, aiming to cross the Atlantic and reach the Azores. For years, they had meticulously documented their voyages on their YouTube channel, Theros Adventures, gaining a loyal following inspired by their eco-friendly, minimalist approach to sailing. They embraced a lifestyle of exploration and sustainability, outfitting their 42-foot yacht, Theros, with a solar-powered electric motor. But what started as a dream voyage soon turned into a devastating mystery. Brett and Sarah never made it to their destination. Their last known communication was on June 11, 2024. Weeks passed, and concern turned to panic. On July 10th, their lifeless bodies were discovered drifting in a life raft off the coast of Sable Island, 190 miles southeast of Halifax. The discovery shocked the sailing community and their loved ones, leaving behind more questions than answers. What happened to Brett and Sarah in the vast Atlantic? Brett and Sarah were seasoned sailors who had spent years navigating challenging waters. They were known for their commitment to sustainable sailing, often sharing their adventures and eco-conscious tips with thousands of followers. Sailing was more than a hobby for them. It was a way of life, Brett's son James later said. They truly believed in living with the ocean, respecting it, and sharing their journey with the world. Their boat, Theros, was designed for long-distance voyages. Equipped with 6 solar panels, an electric engine, and cutting-edge navigation systems, it was their pride and joy, a vessel that symbolized their values and love for the sea. Despite their extensive experience and careful planning, the ocean can be unpredictable, and for Brett and Sarah, it would prove to be merciless. On June 11th, Brett and Sarah left Halifax under fair weather conditions. They were excited about the journey ahead, with clear skies and gentle winds guiding their path. Their plan was to cross the Atlantic in a slow, deliberate manner, relying on wind power and their solar energy setup to avoid traditional fuel consumption. That morning, Sarah sent a brief message to her sister saying, "We're making good time. Weather looks beautiful. Feeling lucky to be out here." But after that message, there was silence.
Welcome, fellow travellers and adventurers. Have you checked out our Sailing Nova Scotia video series yet?
By June 18th, with no further updates, their families grew concerned and reported them missing. Canadian and international search and rescue teams were dispatched to scour the Atlantic for any sign of the couple. Days turned into weeks and hope dwindled. Then, on July 10th, a passing cargo ship made a chilling discovery: a small, battered life raft drifting near Sable Island, known as the Graveyard of the Atlantic. Inside were the lifeless bodies of Brett and Sarah. Investigators noted that the raft contained minimal supplies, with no distress signals sent from their emergency beacon. There was no sign of their yacht, Theros. Authorities speculated that their vessel may have suffered catastrophic damage, possibly colliding with another ship or encountering a severe storm, forcing them to abandon it. However, without wreckage, the exact cause remains unknown. With little evidence left behind, several theories have emerged regarding the tragedy. 1. Collision with a larger vessel. Given the busy shipping lanes in the North Atlantic, it's possible their yacht was struck by an unseen freighter in the middle of the night, forcing them to evacuate into the life raft. 2. Mechanical failure and adverse weather. The solar-powered motor, though innovative, might have failed in rough conditions, leaving them vulnerable to strong currents and storms. 3. Capsize or structural damage. Rogue waves or extreme weather could have compromised the integrity of their boat, forcing a sudden evacuation. Without tangible evidence, the true cause of their disappearance remains a mystery, adding to the heartache of their families and fans. For Brett and Sarah's families, the the grief is immeasurable. Their loved ones continue to struggle with the unknowns surrounding their final moments at sea. Brett's son, James, shared his sorrow, stating, "They were amazing people, and there isn't anything that will fill the hole that has been left by their so far unexplained passing." Sarah's sister echoed similar sentiments, recalling her sister's love for the ocean. Sarah always said the sea was where she felt most at peace. "I just wish we knew what really happened to them out there." Their fans, too, have mourned the loss, flooding their YouTube channel with heartfelt messages and tributes. Their story serves as a sobering reminder of the inherent dangers of oceanic travel, even for the most experienced sailors. Key takeaways from their tragedy include: never underestimate the ocean's power. Even in fair weather, conditions can change rapidly, leading to unforeseen challenges. Regular communication is critical. Scheduled check-ins and emergency response plans can help mitigate risks in long voyages. Emergency preparedness is essential. Keeping distress signals and survival supplies up to date could make a critical difference in survival situations. The importance of weather monitoring. Satellite communication and real-time updates can help avoid sudden storms and dangerous conditions. Brett and Sarah's fate is a cautionary tale that highlights the delicate balance between passion and preparedness in high-risk adventures. The loss of Brett Clibbery and Sarah Packwood has left a lasting impact on the sailing community and their loved ones. They lived their dream, embracing adventure with open arms, but the sea's unpredictable nature ultimately took them away. While their disappearance remains an open question, their legacy lives on through their videos, their advocacy for eco-friendly travel, and the love they shared for the ocean. As Brett's son solemnly said, "They were doing what they loved. We can only hope they found peace in their final moments."
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is my husband Brett.
This is an 8-episode series of short films that follow Captain Brett and First Mate Sarah, i.e. me, as we sail down east along the Nova Scotian coastline and into the Bredor Lakes. You can consider this as a little warm-up for a much longer voyage next year, which we will tell you about in due course. But for now, check out the link below to the playlist and settle down and enjoy this virtual voyage.
Albert Dearland was more than just a YouTuber. He was an adventurer, a dreamer, and an entertainer who thrived on pushing boundaries. With his infectious energy and daring spirit, he captivated audiences across Denmark and beyond. Whether it was through his comedic sketches, music videos, or thrilling travel adventures, Albert had a way of drawing people in. But in the summer of 2021, his pursuit of the perfect shot led him to the towering cliffs of Mount Sasida in northern Italy, setting the stage for an unforgettable tragedy. Born in 1998, Albert's love for entertainment started at a young age. His relentless pursuit of creativity quickly propelled him to fame, with the millions of followers drawn to his humor, charisma, and fearless attitude. From his early vlogs to his breakout role in a Danish comedy film, Albert was living his dream. But with success came the ever-growing pressure to keep his content fresh and exciting. Albert's style was anything but conventional. He was always looking for the next thrill, the next adventure, and his fans loved him for it. Whether scaling urban rooftops or diving into unknown cultures, Albert had an unshakable desire to explore the world and share it with his audience. And that desire brought him to Italy, where the breathtaking views of the Dolomites seemed to offer the perfect backdrop for his next big project. In July 2021, Albert set off with a small group of friends to the picturesque mountains of Val Gardena. The towering peaks of Mount Sasida were known for their dramatic cliffs and sweeping vistas, a content creator's paradise. The plan was simple: capture stunning footage and create an unforgettable experience for his audience. Albert, as always, was eager to take things to the next level. The idea was to film a scenic yet daring segment near the edge of the cliffs, capturing the thrill of standing on the precipice of nature's grandeur. Witnesses recall Albert enthusiastically setting up his shots, moving from one spot to another, looking for the perfect angle. The energy was high, and excitement filled the air. But the mountains have their own set of rules, ones that don't bend for even the most daring adventurers. As the shoot progressed, Albert ventured closer to the edge, carefully adjusting his camera, searching for that flawless shot. But in a split second, everything changed. A single misstep on the loose gravel, a momentary lapse in footing, and Albert plunged over 200 meters down the sheer rock face. His friends screamed in horror, scrambling to the edge in disbelief. Calls to emergency services were made immediately, and within moments, a rescue helicopter was dispatched. But the terrain was unforgiving, and the effort to reach him proved to be a long and arduous task. When rescuers finally arrived, they confirmed the devastating truth. Albert had not survived the fall. He was just 22 years old. News of Albert's death spread like wildfire, leaving fans and fellow creators stunned. Tributes poured in across social media, with thousands expressing their sorrow and disbelief. His mother, devastated and heartbroken, urged young people to prioritize their safety, reminding them that no viral video is worth a life. Albert was full of life, full of dreams. We want people to remember him for the joy he brought, but also to learn from what happened, she said in an emotional statement. His passing sparked a larger conversation about the pressures faced by influencers to constantly push the envelope. In an era where views and likes can sometimes outweigh caution, Albert's story served as a grim reminder of the dangers lurking behind the pursuit of content. Albert's tragic fall was not an isolated incident. Many influencers and adventurers have found themselves in dangerous situations while chasing the perfect shot. The breathtaking beauty of locations like the Alps can often mask the very real dangers they present. Experts in outdoor safety emphasize the importance of preparation, awareness, and understanding one's limits. Even experienced hikers and climbers respect the unpredictability of nature, knowing that a single wrong move can have devastating consequences. Despite his untimely death, Albert's influence continues to resonate with fans. His videos, filled with laughter and adventure, remain a testament to his passion for life and creativity. His family continues to keep his memory alive, using his story to advocate for safer practices in content creation. Albert's legacy serves as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale, reminding us all of the thin line between adventure and risk, and the ultimate price that can be paid when safety is overlooked. Albert Dearland's story is a powerful reminder of how fragile life can be in the face of nature's unforgiving beauty. His tragic fall from Mount Sasita has left a lasting impact on the influencer community and beyond, urging content creators to think twice before taking that extra step for the sake of a shot. In the end, Albert's adventurous spirit will always be remembered, but his story will forever echo the importance of caution in the pursuit of dreams.
Shannon Falls Provincial Park, located just north of Vancouver, British Columbia, is a crown jewel of nature. Known for its towering waterfall cascading over 1,000 feet, Shannon Falls draws thousands of visitors each year. Tourists come to marvel at its beauty, hikers tread its challenging trails, and photographers attempt to capture its power. But for all its beauty, Shannon Falls is a place of danger, a force of nature that doesn't forgive mistakes. On a summer day in July 2018, 3 adventurers from the High on Life collective, Ryker Gamble, Alexey Lyakh, and Megan Scraper, set out to explore this iconic location. High on Life wasn't just any travel group. They were a social media phenomenon, known for their daring stunts, extreme activities, and breathtaking visuals. Their motto was about living boldly, stepping out of comfort zones, and seizing life's most exhilarating moments. Ryker Gamble, one of the founding members, was a charismatic leader. He had a passion for adventure and a gift for inspiring others to push their limits. Alexey Lyakh, his childhood friend, shared that same adventurous spirit. Together, they had created a brand that resonated with millions. Megan Scraper, Alexey's partner, was known for her radiant energy and zest for life. Together, the 3 formed the heart of High on Life. On that fateful day, their mission was simple: capture stunning content for their followers. They climbed to the upper pools above Shannon Falls, an area known for its natural beauty, but also for its risks. The pools, carved by centuries of water erosion, are surrounded by slippery rocks and unpredictable currents. It's a place where one wrong step can lead to disaster. As the group began filming, Megan ventured closer to the edge of the pool. The view was spectacular, but the footing was treacherous. Suddenly, her foot slipped on the wet rock. In an instant, she was pulled into the fast-moving current. The icy water dragged her toward the edge of the falls. Ryker and Alexey didn't hesitate. Without a second thought, they jumped into the water, trying to save Megan. But the current was far too strong. Witnesses later described the harrowing scene, the three struggling against the force of the water, inching closer to the precipice. Then they disappeared over the edge, falling 100 feet into the churning waters below. When emergency services arrived, they were met with an almost impossible task. The terrain around Shannon Falls is rugged and steep, making access to the base of the falls dangerous. The water's power made the recovery operation even more challenging. Rescuers worked tirelessly, navigating treacherous conditions to locate the bodies. After hours of effort, the bodies of Ryker, Alexey, and Megan were recovered. The news sent shockwaves through the adventure and travel community. High on Life's followers, who had been inspired by their fearless lifestyle, were devastated.
Yeah, the news no one wanted to hear this morning. RCMP now confirmed 3 people are dead after falling at Shannon Falls yesterday afternoon. RCMP say the 3 hikers went over the edge on Tuesday afternoon. A woman was trying to swim when she slipped and fell about 30 meters into a pool. Her boyfriend and another friend also falling. Unclear if they jumped in to save her or if they washed over the edge as well.
Tributes poured in from around the world, mourning the loss of 3 vibrant lives. The tragedy of Shannon Falls was a stark reminder of the dangers of adventure. High on Life had always promoted living without fear, but their story now serves as a cautionary tale. The line between boldness and recklessness is thin, and nature does not compromise. For many, Ryker, Alexey, and Megan embodied the spirit of living fully. They traveled to some of the most remote and breathtaking places on Earth, pushing themselves to experience life in its rawest form. But this same drive led them to take risks that ultimately proved fatal. The High on Life team faced criticism in the aftermath of the tragedy. Some argued that their pursuit of daring content encouraged risky behavior. Others defended their legacy, saying their lives were a testament to the human spirit's thirst for adventure. Regardless of opinion, their story is one that demands reflection. Shannon Falls is not unique in its danger. Across the world, natural landmarks pose similar risks. What makes the wilderness so alluring is also what makes it so deadly. The beauty of untouched nature comes with unpredictability, and even the most experienced adventurers can find themselves at its mercy. This story is not just about tragedy. It's about the fine balance between adventure and caution. The wilderness demands respect. It's a force that doesn't discriminate, no matter how skilled or prepared you may be. For those who seek the thrill of the outdoors, there are lessons to be learned from Shannon Falls. Always research the risks of your destination. Understand the terrain, the weather, and the limitations of your own abilities. And above all, remember that no photograph, video, or adrenaline rush is worth your life. The deaths of Ryker, Alexey, and Megan are heartbreaking. They were more than just content creators. They were friends, partners, and inspirations to many. Their loss leaves a void in the hearts of those who knew them and the community they built. As we remember their lives, let us honor them by embracing the lessons their story teaches. Adventure responsibly, respect nature, and never take its power for granted. If this story moved you, subscribe to Outdoor Tragedies. We bring you the true stories of survival, loss, and the lessons learned from nature's unforgiving beauty. Stay informed, stay cautious, and always respect the wild.